Hey, good morning. I am so excited to be here with you today. And today we are going to talk about the I energy of Caliwynd. So, for the past few days, I've been talking about this personal philosophy that I have, and it's Caliwynd. It was gifted to me from the universe, and now I'm sharing it with the world because I feel called to do it. Do you have a special calling to heal, to coach, to serve, to teach? Today's live stream, I'm going to talk about the energy of the letter I. Now, over the past few days, I've been talking about the energy of the letter C, which is courage, curiosity, confidence, commitment. And then the A is and. It's more, it's abundance, it's ambition, aspirations. And then yesterday I talked about the power, the strength of the letter L. Oh, something just got in my eye, of being lighthearted, of not taking life or yourself or situations or social media too seriously. It's stepping into that leadership role that you know you came here to fill. We don't like the word leader. We think we've kind of been conditioned, and the leaders that we've seen, they're kind of bossy. Maybe they're too in your face. Excuse me so much. Um, and we tend to think of that as something we don't want to do. For years, I felt like I was a reluctant leader. I stepped into leadership positions only when no one else wanted to do it. If the bar was this low, then maybe I would give it a try. But we are leaders. If we are here to help and support other people, that is leadership in the highest form. That is the actual meaning of leadership. Because sometimes being a leader means stepping to the side, allowing someone else to lead, to find their strengths, their powers, their gifts. Other leaders hold it as something precious. They're greedy with it, thinking, oh no, I can't let someone else take my place because then they might replace me. But we each have our place here in the universe, and no one can replace us. We are unique in our past experiences, in our ideas, in the way that we think, the way that we feel, the way that we want to contribute and show up in the world. Each of us is unique. There is plenty of space for everyone. And I was just reminded when my husband and I are hiking, when we were winter hiking in New Hampshire and Maine, when there's a lot of snow on the trails, if it's a fresh trail and no one has broken it yet, you're wearing your snowshoes and one person goes first and they're breaking trail. And that is hard because you have to lift your legs up higher to get it up over the snow and then drop it down, right? And so it's this up this way. The person that's following, they get to go boop, 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 much less energy expended, right? So what you do is when the leader, after going like this, when they start to get tired, they step off the path. They create a little spot off the path, and the other person who is following takes the lead, and they break trail, and they use their muscles, and you get to take the easier path. And that's what leadership is all about, doing what we are strong in, what we feel good in, and when we are not in that powerful place, we step aside, let someone else take over. Lead for a little bit. We can watch, we can learn from them just as much as they can watch and learn from us. So that's what today we're going to be talking about. And I wanted to start with this amazing email that I got today from Mike Dooley. And if you're not familiar with him, I invite you to, what is his website? Is it www.tut.com, or search for Mike Dooley. He sends out a daily email that is usually very short, very witty, and very thought provoking. Here's what he said today. You can choose to go, do, be, and have, and in the end, you'll exclaim, shocked and bewildered, that because of all the synchronicities in your life and all the clicks and the coincidences and the many happy accidents, that your bounty and good fortune must have been your destiny. Sounds good, doesn't it? Or, there's always an or you might choose to wait for a miracle, a savior, or divine intervention. And in the end, you'll exclaim, shocked and bewildered, that because of all the synchronicities in your life and all the mischances and disappointments and the many unhappy accidents, Your lack and misfortune must have been your destiny. And then he personalizes it. Donna, do you see what the difference is? And then he signs it. It ain't me, the universe. And he always includes a fun PS. PS, Donna, destinies are a dime a dozen. Which destiny are you going to choose? Are you going to do, be, and what did he say? Go, do, and be what you want in life, feeling that energy, that inspiration, that desire to be so much more than you are, to have so much more than you are, to teach, to coach, to heal so much more than you currently are? Or are you sitting back waiting for someone to hand it to you? When when I decided I wanted to be a coach or a healer, I thought if only the clients would just come to me because I know I can help people. I am someone who loves to encourage people. When you're first starting something, I want to be in your corner, share what I know for wisdom, be there to support you when you take my advice and my guidance and it works for you, to celebrate with you, and to be there with you when you hear my guidance, my advice, and you say, I don't think that'll work for me, but I want to try this. And then I get to cheer you on because you were right. You trusted, you stepped into leadership to do things your way. And I want to be there to celebrate with you. You know what I don't like is when you ask me for support. People ask me for support and I offer my best guidance. They don't use it and they don't do anything else. They don't have an idea. They just didn't like my idea and they won't search for something else. Another mentor, another resource, a YouTube video, a book, a podcast. They won't do anything. They're just waiting for it to appear. Well, you know what? If they had gone to YouTube and just started scrolling on their feed, the universe is conspiring in our favor. And if they had just gone to YouTube, just opened it up on their phone, that answer may have been there for them. But they didn't make even that much of an effort. And yet they'll go, woe is me. Things just don't work out for me. Now, I started chuckling with this because I have always said, if people would just bring it to me. A good friend of mine, when I was in Toastmasters, he was an amazing storyteller. And he was such a good mentor to so many of us in the club. And he tried to become a professional speaker. And he did get some gigs, but he didn't want to have to do the marketing. Sound familiar? I didn't want to do the marketing either. I had this vision of being a professional speaker as well. I had this vision of being a coach, of having a healing practice. I didn't want to do the marketing. I wanted the clients to come to me. And how's that working out for me? That's why I gave it up. I gave it up. I gave up that dream. And then in July of 2024, well, it was actually in June, a friend of mine told me about this program that was teaching her social media marketing skills. And so I bought it and it has transformed my life because here's the thing. And we're going to start talking about the I energy of Caliwynd in just a minute. But here's the thing. In 2017, I had my own podcast. I just felt compelled. The universe guided me. I didn't even listen to podcasts, but I just had started hearing about it and I wanted to create a podcast. I didn't know how to market it, didn't know how to promote it, didn't really have my ideal customer of who I was talking with. I just wanted to kind of free flow thoughts, which is basically what I'm doing in these YouTube lives. And my podcast grew, and I don't know how to compare it to other things. I didn't get into that trap of comparing it. Excuse me. But what I did see was growth every week. And I don't remember when I finally shut down my podcast after 170 something episodes. My initial run was like 150 episodes. Then I took a short break and then I came back. And it didn't really last long. I couldn't revitalize that spark that I had, that spark that I feel right now doing these live streams. But at the end, I had over, I think it was like 45 or 50,000 downloads, or it may have been 20,000. I don't recall. But it was so beautiful because I did nothing. I didn't even, I rarely shared my episodes on social media, but people were finding me. And that's the beauty when people are searching, when you're searching for an answer, you can find it. The universe will put it there. If you open your heart enough to allow the answer in, instead of poo-pahing every answer that comes along and immediately dismissing something as a possibility. And one of the ways we do this is with the energy of Caliwynd, the I energy. I is independent. This is being a thought leader. This is being a free thinker. This is saying just because everyone else is doing something doesn't mean I have to do it that way. Now, the low vibration of being independent is when you think you have to do it alone. Independent means separate from everyone else. And that's not going to help you and support you much. That was a lesson that I needed to learn because I have always been more of a loner, unseen, unheard, overlooked. And I accepted that as my norm. And so it was like, well, screw the world. I'll do this on my own. I will figure it out on my own. That's very limiting because I wasn't able to share my challenges, my successes. I wasn't able to get advice from people who, in a two-way conversation, oh, I was getting plenty of advice and guidance from books, from videos, from podcasts. I was getting lots of guidance, all of the answers I needed, but it was a very lonely, solitary experience. And my world opened up when I started joining some online programs where I started meeting people, not in real life, but I started meeting people and making those deeper connections, which is what I as an introvert really love, right? That's what I thrive on. And so I still, two people from these various groups are still every day I'm in touch with them and they're coaches like I am. So we can be independent in our way of thinking, of not waiting for someone else. We can embrace that leadership role to say, you know what, I'm not waiting for everyone else. The universe is looking for us to take action, to go, to be, to transform ourselves so that it can help us even more. Because the universe knows that right here is that program, that book, that email, that conversation that is going to change everything. But instead we stay in bed. So we never go out to that store where we would have had a conversation with a random person at the deli counter. It happens. So independent. So here is a list of some I words, and you can take a screen capture of this if you'd like and reflect on them, consider them for yourself. This right here, the www.calywindcreates.com, this is a link to my website where you can learn more information about connecting with me, working with me, learning about the program that I'll be talking about a little bit in this program, in this live stream. And if you are automatically saying, oh crap, she's going to try to sell me something, I am going to share with you a program that has transformed my life, that's gotten me back to sharing my voice. Excuse me. As I said, I abandoned my dream to be a coach or a healer. It just felt impossible. It was so out of my reach. Well, what I found was a program called the Legacy Builders, and it has served as a bridge from my past failures, my past attempts, and it's a bridge to my dreams. I really look at it that way because this is teaching me the social media marketing skills that I was lacking, that none of the other coaching programs I took delved this deeply into how to market and promote this program on social media, my services. So many of them just said, do it. how. So I would post, you know, pretty pictures and quotes and do what they said to do, but none of it really was meaningful to me. And therefore, how is it going to be meaningful to the people I came here to serve? It's one of those missing pieces, right? It's a gap. Well, how do you cross a gap? You need a bridge. And that's what the Legacy Builders program is to me. So if you go to that website, let's see, is it going to turn? You will get to this page. And I love the energy of the woman in this page. I want to be her because she just looks so confident and joyful. I just love her. And so this is your opportunity. You would just enter your email address over here, and then you will go to, I'm just sharing the experience with you, okay? So you know what to expect. So then you go to a landing or to a thank you page. And this is just a short video explaining how I use the Legacy Builders program, not just as a social media marketing course, but as an internship, taking it very seriously, using the skills that I'm learning in this program to promote 4 digital products that are provided to me. This website, the capture page, this thank you page, these are all provided to me because I don't have to do the background work. I can focus on learning these skills. This is what I've been doing. And the beautiful thing with this program is that we coaches and healers, we sometimes get so emotionally attached. We are emotionally attached. How could we not be emotionally attached to our signature programs, to our courses that we've created? We've put our hearts and our souls in them, and we know the difference that we can make in people's lives. We can help them transform their situations, their relationships, their health and well-being, their financial situation, their relationships, their work opportunities. We know we can do all of this. What we don't know is how to share that passion, how to share those transformations with other people so they can watch or read a post and say, "Ah, that's what I need. That's what I need." But we have to go do and be the things to show up. And that's what this program is teaching. So the energy of I in Caliwynd. These are some of the words, and I'm going to pick a few of them out, and I'm sure there are more. And I encourage, and I challenge you to embrace the energy of Caliwynd. The first 4 letters represent character traits. For example, courage, abundance, lightheartedness. And then today we're focusing on the I. Independent was the first word that came to me. And then as I mulled it over, as I contemplated the power of Caliwynd, of this letter in Caliwynd, I realized interdependent is important as well. Interdependence is I'm independent, you're independent, they're independent, and yet together we are interdependent. It's that leadership trait again of I can work from my strengths, you can work from your strengths, which are different from mine, and they can work from their strengths, which are different from both of ours. I don't have to spend my time and energy on things that I don't do well, that I really have to stress over and I have to think and I have to try to figure things out. Those are your strengths. So at that point, you say, Donna, I got this. Thank you. And I can focus on what I do well. And they're focusing on something else. And so when we're like totally clueless, don't understand that, I'm a nomad. I live in a 7 by 14-foot cargo trailer with my husband. We are 100% off grid. He built out our trailer and we have solar power. I understand enough to get myself in trouble. And I've taken electronics trainings before. I understand some of the theory, but if there was an issue, I would have to go, YouTube University to figure things out. But he gets it. He gets it. And in just a few minutes, he can figure things out. He's designing a new trailer for us. This summer, we will be upgrading to a larger trailer. And he's in the design process. manifesting all of the things that we're going to need to make this trailer off grid, fully solar. And he gets that. If I were to do that, I'm telling you, it would never get done. Just let me live in the truck because I wouldn't have the patience. I wouldn't have the confidence that I was doing it right. And so I probably would never do it. I would never do it. I would hire it out to someone with that expertise. This is what makes us interdependent. And instead of looking at each other and wishing that we were more like someone else, that we had those skills, honey, you go do it. You do you, right? We've heard that saying, you do you. And when we allow that and we're so grateful that they have those skills, unfortunately, many of us have been led to feel like we need to do it all. And I'm going to say women especially. Um, we think we need to work full-time jobs, we need to start businesses, we need to take care of our families, take care of our homes, we need to climb the corporate or manufacturing floor ladder. We have to do all of these things. And we women, our brains are wired than men, first off. So it's not an anti-man thing that I'm saying. I just truly believe that women's brains are wired differently. And so, and there is science to back it, but a good friend of mine, Audrey Acton, she is an expert on this. And our brains are wired different, but yet we've been conditioned to believe that we need to do it all. Recently, she was talking about the difference, and she was talking about the masculine business model. And I remembered that old commercial, probably from the 80s, and it was the woman, it was for a perfume. Um, I can bring home the bacon, fry it up in the pan, and never, never, never let my man forget that. Oh, no, I blew it. But you know, the Anjali commercial, right? Never let him forget he's a man, 'cause I'm a woman, Anjali. And I thought it was, you know, at the height of the women's movement for equal pay, equal jobs, right? And I found myself wondering as she and I were talking was, did men create that commercial? Thinking that that was empowering to women. Because yes, we can do any job. But then I found myself thinking, I wonder if men created that commercial thinking they were empowering us, but yet what were they really doing? Telling us that not only did we need to keep up with the house and the kids and the community, you know, the church requirements and such, but now we also had to work full time. And we had to be a strong, confident woman and never let him forget that he's a man. That's putting an awful lot of pressure on us women. And we thought, yes, I can do it all. I can do it all. Why do we need to feel like we have to do it all? Why do we feel guilty for not doing it all? Why are we independent enough? Energy of Caliwynd. Caliwynd is the energy of change. When we are independent enough to say, I don't buy into that. No, no, that doesn't work for me. These are the things I'll do. And these are the things that you can do if you want. We can't make demands on someone else, expect them to do other things. Or these are the things that just won't get done in our home because I'm not going to try to do it all. And I'm not going to feel guilty because I can't, because I won't, because I have other things I came here to do besides clean toilets and fold towels. I have a purpose. I'm here to help support people. We are interdependent. I want to bring people together. When I am so focused on keeping the house clean, the kids fed, you know, the dog groomed, and keeping my job steady and still having date nights with my husband, that isolates me. That's not independence, that's isolation. And isolation, when you have pockets of isolated people, we're divided. Our jobs as coaches, healers, and teachers, light workers, is to bring people together, to see to see how we are united so that I don't have to do it all because there are people who can share the load with me. All right, let's move down the list. Integrity. Integrity is a big one for me. This is doing what you believe to be right, even when no one else is looking, when no one else cares. You're staying in tune with yourself. What does integrity mean to you? I would love to know that in the comments. So many people have different visions, ideals of what integrity is, and none of them are wrong. None of them are wrong. Hold it close. This is who you are, what you believe, what you trust to be true. Live your life according to that. That's not to say you won't occasionally change those heartfelt beliefs. When you do, when those change, when you evolve, when you expand your consciousness and see that there's another way, which this is an aspect of independence, of not just staying in the group so that you're protected, but you're living living in integrity with your beliefs. That's important. Sometimes living in integrity is just to, we don't always have to be defensive and we don't always have to try to push our beliefs on someone else. Sometimes living in integrity with yourself is as simple as saying, I think differently about that. I feel different about that. And you don't have to push your opinion on someone else. You can just back out of the conversation. Recently, I was having an exchange with someone, a text message exchange, and she was very distraught over the US election results, Donald Trump returning to office. And she just was very critical. And I said, I'm not engaging in a political conversation. I choose not to engage in this. And she said, but why? This man is over. It's like, I'm not engaging. And she didn't quite know what to do with that. But that's how I could be in integrity with myself. My job is not to try to force someone else to support Donald Trump as he returns to office. I'm not sure that I support Donald Trump returning to office. This year, this election was the first time that I have not voted in a presidential election. And the reason was because I could not support either candidate. And I hated being that person. But I am tired in the US system of having to vote against someone. I want to vote for someone who I believe in, who has the convictions that are similar enough to mine. They're never going to be perfectly aligned, but similar enough to mine that I can say, yes, I want this person in office. This election, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. That was me living in integrity. Because when I shared with people that I wasn't planning on voting, they jumped all over me because I've never missed an election before. And there are so many people that never vote. They tried to push me. It's like, no, I can't. Because whichever candidate win would not be my candidate. So I did go off on a little bit of a rant there. I apologize. And for all you Trump supporters and haters, it's okay. It's okay. Because you know what? The universe knows exactly what's going on, what's happening. Things will align. We have to look at the synchronicities that work for us, not the ones that work against us. I was watching I'm a Tom Brady fan, NFL football. He was with the New England Patriots for 20 years and then moved to quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's won seven Super Bowl rings. He's been to the Super Bowl in 10 games, I think. And he shared the story. I was watching the ESPN series Man in the Arena. And he shared the story about a story from China of a man whose horse ran away, and the villagers came and said, oh, that's too bad. And he said, maybe. Didn't let it bother him, just went about his day. Well, a couple of days later, his horse returns, and he brings some other wild horses with him. And the community all comes in and they say, "Oh my gosh, you must be so excited. This is such good fortune for you." And the man said, "Maybe." Well, then a few days later, a few weeks later, a few months later, whenever it was, the man's son was trying to break one of these wild horses, and the horse threw him, and the man's son broke his leg. And the villagers all came and they said, "Oh my gosh, it's so tragic. I'm so sorry. You must hate those wild horses now. And this is just the worst thing that could happen." And the man said, "Maybe." And then a few days later, their country is at war, and the soldiers came in and they were um, grabbing all of the young, able-bodied men to go off to war. And the neighbors came the next day and they said, "Oh my gosh, you are so lucky that your son broke his leg because he wasn't able to go to war." And the man said, "Maybe." Because we just don't know the good fortune, the bad fortune. We don't know how it's going to play out. We just have to trust that it's going to work out for our benefit, and it always will if we're looking for the benefit. Crazy, isn't it? Such a cool story. Um, Back to the I energy, intuition, inspired, and inspiration. We are inspired by others, by external things. We can be inspired by internal drives, pushes, and then we can be an inspiration to other people. Intentional. How focused are you on what you want, what you desire? And are you taking intentional action to align yourself? Action, align, both A words, both the A energy of Caliwynd, to help it become true. Are you creating and helping to look for those opportunities and those relationships and everything that the universe is putting in your path? Are you finding them? Are you open to them? Are you receiving them? If you're a coach or a healer and you are struggling to get clients and you have given up on that dream like I did, you just left it in the past. Every once in a while, your heart tells you, "Oh, it's time to do this again." And you kind of, F that. I'm tired of this. You say no. And then 6 months later, your heart starts whispering, "Hey, are you ready to get up off the floor now? Are you ready to stop being a whiner baby and just take some positive forward action?" Fine, fine, I'll do it. If you're at that point and you're looking for a way to attract more clients, today, this message might be the way. If you've been watching, you're 32 minutes in. If you're catching the replay, please let me know in the comments, type replay. But this right here, oops, where? Caliwyndcreates.com. You can learn about a tool, a program that you can use to learn social media marketing skills that can transform your business, your life, your clients' lives. One of the things I love about this program so much is my mentor, Michelle O'Neill. She created this program and she is active in the community every day. She creates video posts for us to spur us on, to give us more information and encourage, invite, and challenge us to take action. Take action, implement things. Don't just learn. We are so caught up in the info crack thinking, "I need to learn more. I need to learn more." No, no, we need to adopt the I energy of Caliwynd and implement what we are learning. Here's why that's so important, because we don't know what we don't know until we start trying, putting it into action, seeing if it works for us. When I first started this program, most people were using TikTok as the social media platform of choice. This is where Michelle O'Neill herself had started in September of 2022. She was brand new to TikTok. She has an amazing story of transformation for herself and her clients and her customers, which includes me, even though I did not buy directly from her. But she used TikTok, and many of the six-figure earners in the program use TikTok. And now, of course, because in the US it's supposed to be banned in another week, some people are starting to panic. And you know what Michelle O'Neill says? Why are you panicking? There are other social media platforms out there. Stick with us, stick with this. We could grow again. You did it once, you can do it again. Don't worry about that. That's outside of your control. You need to keep creating content. You need to start being there so that your ideal customers can find you, so they can see you when they're ready. This isn't about me telling you to purchase this program and it will change your life. This is about me telling you that this program transformed my life, and it might be the resource you're looking for. It might be that bridge you need to get over that gap in your skills, in your knowledge, in your training, in your mindset. But you have to implement things. So I started off by using TikTok. I hadn't been on the platform. I created an account and I was following the program. I was creating 3 videos a day and I was seeing some growth. I was up to over 500 subscribers, not enough to go live on that platform yet, but I was okay. It was slow growth. I was enjoying the process for the most part. And then it started to feel like a slog. And it wasn't working for me. And I felt too scripted. And I had the realization when I originally joined the program, before I joined this program, before I learned about it, I had decided I wanted to start a YouTube channel that was more like my podcast, where it was just free flowing thought and to see if I could gain an organic audience. And my goal originally was to reach the monetization goals for YouTube. And then I discovered this program and I got a little sidetracked, went over to TikTok, started to lose interest. It was like, I was working the program and it was working, but it just didn't align. A energy of Caliwynd. And so I was a leader, L energy, stepped into, okay, so that is not working for me. What can work for me? And the light bulb came on and it was like, go back to YouTube. And so I started back here. I started creating a couple of videos. And then I thought, you know what? I need to go live because just talking to people, you can feel my energy and it either attracts you or it repels you. Neither is right or wrong. I'm just showing up. I'm here for you if you need me. And that's what I like to do. And so I have been going live. Today's the 15th. So this is my 17th day straight. And I am excited when I get out of bed to be able to do this. I'm excited to share a message, a little bit of wisdom, to teach you about the power and the energy of this personal philosophy. Because as I am traveling down my path, there are always struggles, there are hurdles. This morning, my routine was a little bit off because today was a rest day for Pilates. Because what I did was, are you familiar with habit stacking? So habit stacking is when you are trying to add new activities into your day. Promoting your coaching and healing practice is probably going to be a new activity because you've probably put it off, just like filing. Back in the old days when you had file cabinets in an office and you had to file paperwork, documents, medical records, all of those types of things, it would get put off. Oh, we'll do it later. We'll do it later. I know I can find it in this stack, right? And so many of the coaches and healers that I know, we put off the marketing aspect. Number one, we're not comfortable doing it, right? We want to serve others. We don't want to sell to others, but the reality is that selling is serving because they're not going to know that we're here unless we're promoting our services, unless we talk about them, unless we share the powerful transformations we can bring them. The other thing is, so not only do they not want to do it, they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to make that connection. And so they throw out a post here and there. They expect a big response and they don't get it. And what we fail to see is that is typical. That's the way the world works. And just look at your own behavior. When you're scrolling on social media, how many posts, how many videos do you actually stop at and consume, mindfully consume? Oh, you look at it and within the first second, You know that's not something you're interested in, and you just keep going. And how many do you stop? If you were to, in a minute's time, how many have you scrolled past and how many have you looked at? You've probably scrolled past significantly more than you've looked at. That's what everyone else is doing too. But when there are so many people on social media, it's millions, billions of people. There's data out there, but I don't really trust the data because it depends on the source. I'm suspect of everything like that. But a gazillion people on social media, just look around when you're in the grocery store, when you're at a restaurant, when you're riding on a bus, even when you're driving, you can see people on their phones, right? So many people on social media, those who are ready to connect with you, the universe is aligning them. And as long as they're willing to go be and do so that they can make their dreams come true, they can find you. As long as you're go doing and being, referring back to that Mike Dooley um, post. And how many times have you found something that, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I was looking for? And then you wonder, I wonder how many times I never saw this. It happens all the time because we're looking for what we're looking for. And so if we're looking for news of the day that is disheartening, that's all destructive and devastation, we'll find it, plenty of it. When we're looking for stories of hope and love and um, connection, we'll find those too. It's all what we attract, what we're thinking about, what we want. All right. Um, so intentional, implement. We have to implement things, and that's when we can have impact. Impact. I invite people to expand their impact. You are making a phenomenal impact in your small world, in your present situation. Every day, the people you encounter, you are impacting their lives. And if you have the heart of a coach, a healer, a light worker, a teacher, and you want to impact more people, social media is the way to do it. It doesn't have to be about trying to sell something all the time. You can just advise people, share what you're learning, what you're doing, how you can help them, and let them make the decision. If you found a great recipe for chocolate chip cookies, would you share that with your friends? Would you let them know that you had it so the next time they were making cookies, they'd say, oh, Donna had this great recipe. Let me check in with her to see if she has that, if she'll share that with me. You would, right? Or a new shampoo, anything, a new favorite song or video or movie. You see a movie and you're like, oh my gosh, you have to see this movie. We do it all the time and we don't think twice about it. But because it's our services, our programs, we would get paid for it. That suddenly it's like, oh, no, don't want to talk about that. It's one of the things I love about the Legacy Builders program is that I consider it to be a marketing internship because what it is, it's a dual purpose online course. Number one, it's a course that teaches you online marketing. It is teaching you how to use social media to market a product. It's teaching you about affiliate marketing to an email list, which you're building during this, which you would build for your coaching healing practice. It teaches you how to create your own online courses and digital products. And it even comes with a bonus of a list of 200 and something um, pieces of digital content that you could create to resell, to sell. So that's pretty phenomenal. So those are the primary things that the course is teaching you. What's even better is that we are given the master resale rights to these digital courses. So there's 4 of them if you purchase at the Legacy Builder. So there's 4 digital courses and they scale. So the first one is just a basic how to set up an online automated website system for a business, okay? And then the second one is the automated system plus um, finding your ideal customer, identifying that ideal customer, and learning storytelling. And then the third level course includes those, but also includes how to earn extra money by affiliate marketing. And this is recurring income streams. And then the highest level is the Legacy Builders program, which teaches you all of these things and how to create your own digital courses and scale your business. So people can purchase at any of those 4 levels. And we have the master resale rights to those. So the beautiful thing about this as an internship is I have no emotional connection to those courses. I did not create them. I do not have to worry about hosting them. All I have to do is talk about them and share them with other people, the transformations that they can have in their life, the ease of having a fully automated system. Because I'm not emotionally connected to them, it's easier for me to talk about them. When we're talking about our own products and services, we can get tongue-tied. We can lose track of what, like that. We can lose track of the transformation because we're bogged down in our own doubts and fears and uncertainties because we're thinking, will people like this? Can I actually help everyone? And the answer to that is no. Even everyone who purchases your products, your services, you can't help everyone because they have part of the ownership of their results. They have full ownership of their results, actually, right? You can provide the guidance. You can be there to assist them. You can be there to nudge them when they need a little nudge. You can be there to virtually hug them when they are feeling really low. But ultimately, it's up to them to decide whether they're seeing opportunities or whether they're seeing hurdles. And if they see too many hurdles and they just give up, that's not on you. Or if they don't take the time to immerse themselves into your program, that's not on you. So with the Legacy Builders, 4 digital products that we can resell. I have a little picture here that explains it a little bit more. The thing that's so beautiful about this is we have these 4 digital products we can sell. We are provided with a landing page. We are provided with a thank you page. We are provided with a video page that adds a little bit more information and a sales page. These are already created for us. If you have tried to create a website and a landing page to capture someone's email address, you can know how daunting that can feel. There's the tech aspect of it. There's the copywriting aspect of it. These are all provided to us in this program. All we have to do is connect a few things, customize things. And when people come in with a landing page, and I'll show you this on my tablet in just a second when I finish this. So they come into the landing page. That's the one that I already showed you where they would put their email address. They go immediately to the thank you page. And that's the video for me where I showed you how I treat it like an internship. But they're also on your email. How do I go down? They're also on your email address, on your email list. In this program, it provides you with 13 pre-written emails that have been proven to convert to make things easier for you. Oops. And it just takes that feeling of, oh, see, I have to do it all. And there's just so much, and I only have so many hours in the day. This program asks you to commit 2 hours a day. And even if that feels daunting, this is one of my specialties because it's not a time management problem you have, it's a habit management problem you have. And that's why I was talking about habit stacking. Before I go there, let me go back to here. Okay, let's see. So let me show you in action. So this is the landing page where people put their email addresses in, okay? And that is provided to you with this program. And then it would automatically go to this video page, the thank you page. And people have the option. They can learn more. They can go to the sales page. They can read some testimonials of people that have had success in the program. And this is all provided to you. And then, oops, how do I get back there? Oh no, I hate it when I do that. And then we have what's called a video page. So this is sent to people in the email so that they can come and look to learn more, have more questions answered. And those are provided to us. Michelle O'Neill creates those. In fact, I share with my customers and I'll share with you, Michelle's energy is very hustle energy. She talks a lot about earning daily pay. And that works great with this business model. But we as coaches and healers, that may not be the energy we're after. We want to learn the skills. And we don't want to get caught up in the trap of focusing on selling one of these courses every single day. It's very doable because with this automated system and the process of creating with the 2-hour workday, 3 pieces of content every day for social media. 3 pieces a day. She tells us everything, how to do this in the program. So many light bulbs have gone on for me with this program for how to do that and how to make it meaningful and connecting with people. But her energy is very different from mine, I think. But she has this vision, and she wants to help 1,000 people become self-made millionaires. How big is that? What's your vision for yourself, for your clients? What do you want to accomplish? I would love to hear that. Share it in the comments with me. My vision is to help 62 coaches and healers feel confident learning social media marketing skills before I turn 62 in May of this year. I am excited for that. That feels as big to me as hearing Michelle talk about 1,000 self-made millionaires. That feels so out of reach because for 20 years, I've been trying to attract one paying coaching client. And I haven't accomplished that yet. So how the heck can I expect to attract and sell to, for lack of better words, that's not how I want to say, but how can I attract and encourage and invite 62 coaches and healers to work with me to help them gain the confidence and the skills and the strategy to attract their clients using social media. That's why this program is a bridge. And the thing that makes it so beautiful is, okay, so let me go one more page. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed and the daunting task of writing a sales page for your products or services, for your courses, it's already created for us. We have one section where we can import or put in our own information, but all of the information about all of the programs is right here. And if you want to learn more about this, just go to the website www.caliwynd.caliwyndcreates.com and take a screen capture of this if you're not sure. It's also right there on the bottom of my screen beneath my name. But the thing that's so beautiful about this is we're learning the process of talking about transformation. Michelle talks about, are you trying to sell the airplane or are you trying to sell the destination? So the airplane, which is the trap I always fell into because I didn't know how to articulate the destination, the transformation. So I would fall into the trap that so many people do, that it's this many modules, this many courses, we're covering these learning points. And I kept it very logical, very stilted, the details, the mechanics of the airplane. Instead of talking about, with this program, in just 2 hours a day, you can learn the social media marketing skills you need so that with ease, with confidence, with grace, you can create 3 pieces of content every day that's going to attract your clients. And the beautiful thing is you have a fully automated system. So you don't have to worry about getting into DMs. You don't have to do phone calls anymore, those dreaded phone calls, which so many of the coaches I was working with, they wanted me to schedule discovery calls. Well, I got caught up overthinking about the scheduling software. How do you do this? How do you make it happen? Because I'm an introvert and I tend to get very anxious about social situations. I want at least a 48-hour notice so I can get my energy ready for it, so I can prepare for this, so I can overthink a discovery call. But this program, you don't have to do discovery calls. All I do is, let's see, all I do is share this email. I mean, is this web page. And if you're interested enough, curious enough, you have the courage to just put your email in there, then you'll learn more information. And then automatically the emails are going out to you saying, this is what you need to know. Hit reply if you have a question. Let's start that conversation. Let's see if this will work for you. Michelle calls it rejection free because if you don't want it, you just say no. You just unsubscribe. That's okay because there are more people, a gazillion more. It's like, 0.01% of people who will be a match for me. So I need to just show up and give those people a chance to find me. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. That's what I'm here to do. And that's what I'm having a blast doing. I am so excited doing these. All right, let me swear to lost my page. All right. Let's see. Inclusive. Let's talk about inclusive. So much in our politically correct society today, in my opinion, so much emphasis has been put on being inclusive, and yet it's just managed to find a way to divide people. Isn't that kind of ironic? Oh, ironic, an I word. I won't add that one to my list. But what does inclusive mean to you? To me, it just means treating people like human beings, like the same source energy that I am. If someone makes a request of me to use specific pronouns, I'm okay with that. I can respect you as an individual and use those pronouns to the best of my ability. It's not to say I won't make mistakes. Correct me gently, not as if I'm doing something wrong or intentionally trying to hurt you. Just accept that for 60 years of my life, so probably for like 55 years of my life, boys, men have been he's, girls, women have been she's. That's how I have lived for 55 out of 61 years. It's going to take me time to understand that you have a specific preference. I'm okay with honoring that preference, but give me time to do it. Be gentle with me instead of condemning me and being offended because I couldn't remember your specific preference. We talk about inclusivity for different races, for different religions, and yet it always seems to exclude someone, doesn't it? We are all source energy. My purpose here, my intention is to bring people together. That means including everyone. Will I align and mesh with everyone? No. In fact, some of the comments that I've gotten recently on my videos, which were perfect before yesterday's talk about being lighthearted, they were, one of them said, go away. And the other one said, projecting much? If I don't resonate with you, why must you put that opinion on me? How is that being inclusive of me and my viewpoints? It's okay to disagree. If what I say doesn't match with who you are, keep scrolling. Why would you waste your time? Why would you waste your energy? I look at those two comments, and again, they were perfectly timed for me to remember them for the lighthearted talk yesterday. Because so often it's like people intentionally are trying to rile up other people to push their opinions on rather than just scrolling by. It would have taken like a blip, right? Half a nanosecond to scroll by. But instead, they stopped, they listened enough to make a judgment, and then took the time to enter a comment. That just is so ludicrous to me. That's so crazy. But that's just me. Let me know your thoughts about that. Another aspect of the I energy in Caliwynd is similar to independent, but it's inner. We have our own inner journey, our own inner work. We have our own inner experience, and all of them are valid and good. And yet we also have the choice to shift our perspective, to see the good in them, to see the opportunities. That parable of the man in China with his son, the maybe energy. Instead of being critical of ourselves, maybe this was the best thing that happened for me. Maybe all of those failures were the best thing that happened for me. Maybe the Legacy Builders program is the best thing to happen to me. We won't know definitively, probably ever, but it's all in how we look at it, right? The energy of Caliwynd is the energy of change. Courageous and lightheartedly independent. That is the foundation. And each of those letters can grow. The last four letters of the word wind, W-Y-N-D, represents the journey. It's while enjoying new directions. Enjoying is my 50-something-year-old blending of words, making up my own words, yearning, yen, and then enjoying, because it's okay to want things, and it's okay to enjoy the journey to get those things. Abraham Hicks talks about things being put into our vortex. Our greatest desires are in our vortex. We can yen for them, we can yearn for them, and we can enjoy the experience of allowing them into our lives, to opening our hearts to receive them. Because when we enjoy things, when we're lighthearted, our vibration is up here. The more we can enjoy it, we can find delight in the different things that are going on in our lives. That's when our power is, where our magic is. And when we can share that fully with the people we came here to serve, we will attract them. They will be here. They will find us. We don't have to go searching for them. We can stand here. We can be that beacon. We can be that lighthouse. We can be that constellation in the night sky. So people can see us and they'll know we're there, and they know that they can always count on us because we keep showing up. Every day, every night, we are there. They can see us. And when they're ready, when they need us, they'll know where to find us. That's what the Legacy Builders is helping me do, to be more of that constellation so that people can see me from around the world. There are no limits for this because it's online, it's digital. And if you're ready, if you're interested in learning more about the Legacy Builders program, learning how to create social media posts that are engaging, that attract your ideal customer in a way so that you just are going about your day and you have this insight, this gift from the universe, and you say, oh, my customers need to hear that. And you feel confident and capable and comfortable to pull out your phone and just, no matter what your hair looks like, whether your lips are feeling chapped and dry, like mine are right now, talking too much, but you're willing to just, you're ready. It doesn't even, you don't even have to think twice about it. You just pull out your phone, you just say, hey guys, this is what's going on, and I just wanted to share it with you. You push a few buttons on your phone, and it goes out into the world, and it can transform someone's life. And it could be at that moment that someone is ready and waiting for you. They're on the receiving end. They're waiting for that to just be the next thing that shows up on their screen. But if you overthink it and you hesitate and you say, it's not a good time, I just can't do it. No, I don't have the best hook. I don't have. You become a victim of the circumstances in your life. You are not a leader in your life where you just say, you know what, I don't care what my hair looks like. I'm going to do this because I feel like this is something I need to do right now. This was a gift. This was an intuitive hit. Intuitive hits are the energy of Caliwynd, of shifting your energy, of changing. And when you feel that confident and you that capable, creating your social media posts, your marketing efforts, they're like this. You're not even thinking about them. They are part of your day. It's that habit stacking, which I got diverted from, never really went back to. It's just slipping it in. You're in the middle of doing something else and you put in a new activity. something that you want, that you intentionally choose, intentional energy of I, of Caliwynd, you just you just insert that into your day. You don't even think about it. And before you know it, it's just part of your day. It's just there. It's just there. It's just there. The Legacy Builders program, and with my guidance, we can get you to that point so that you're not like me, just giving up on this dream, feeling this deep heart calling to serve others, to coach, to heal, to advise, to guide. And you just say, I can't do it. It's too much. It's too big for me to do. It's not. These are skills. These are skills that you can learn with an online course that's teaching you everything you need to know. And it's giving you an opportunity to earn money promoting 4 digital courses that are teaching this information. And you're doing this not so that you can earn money reselling the program, but so that you can develop the skills so that you can sell your own programs and services. Because your greatest impact is not going to be from this. Your greatest learning, skill developing will be from this. And you can take what you learn here and apply it over here. And that's where your magic happens. That is when you are across that bridge. That is when the world opens to you. Your dreams will start just magically popping boop, 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 out of your vortex. Because you've crossed that chasm. You found the bridge. And the bridge and the bridge can be found at calywindcreates.com. It may not be the bridge for you, but you won't know unless you have the courage to check it out. So today I invite, I encourage, and I challenge you to go to this website right here, Caliwyndcreates.com. Learn more information. Put your email address in there, get your first email, watch the video, and hit reply to any one of those emails if you want to start a conversation. I am here to serve you. My mission is to help at least 65 coaches and healers gain the confidence and the trust of their own intuition to attract the clients they came here to serve. I'm ready. Are you? Type ready in the comments or go to that website. I would love to start working with you. All right, for that, I'm gonna head off now. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Oops.